Hi, I want to discuss aspects of a priori knowledge. I just want to say that I think that there is a lot of knowledge which is a priori, that it's not observation or based on observation, like rules of logic. For instance, let's say you have a sentence A and you have a sentence B, and you know that A implies B. Okay, so if you know that A implies B, and let's say it's given that A is now true, so you know that B is true. Well, okay, that's a rule of logic, but it can't be based on observation, and it doesn't come from observation. Rules of mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2. Now, if you try to base that on you might, in order to be able to understand the concept of 1, concept of 2, you need to have observation. But the rule 1 + 1 = 2 isn't an observation, and it's not based on observation. If you have an orange and you put it together with another orange, all you get is one big orange. You don't get two oranges. Or putting together, what does that mean? How close they have to be together? If you both hands, I mean, it's based on a priori knowledge. I believe that rules of ethics are a priori knowledge. They are not observations nor based on observations. You can have God forbid, like the worst possible crime. If you try to base your dislike of this crime based on some type of observation, you'll find that there's no observation that you can really say that this is going to prove that this was a crime and this is a bad thing to do. Or you can't base it on observations. You'll have to look and discover that you're saying that based on not observation and not based on observation, something else. So that makes it a priori. Now, what we call a priori knowledge is generally what you would call based on reason. During the Middle Ages, this was considered the form of knowledge, the one and only way you can really know something. And like with the Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, right? He says verses of the Torah, if they would be contradicted by pure logic, well, he'd throw them out, do something else with them, explain them a different way. Wouldn't have any problem with that. He says he does it anyway. There's psukim about the Gashmut Tabore, right? Open psukim, God sitting up there on a throne, God's hand, God this. Rambam just takes them, throws them out, says because why? Because the verses in the Torah? No, because logic tells him that these verses are, you can't pay any attention to them. And he says you do that with anything. Perik, that's Mor Nevuchim, Volume 2, Perik Chafei. Those are the Rambam's rules of understanding what Torah is about. After that, then there's the Yesodei Torah, things that are Ikari Torah. Okay, so that's not to get into that right now. Want to just discuss that the fact that a priori knowledge is what we usually call knowledge based on reason. Thank you very much.